Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode we finished our wars over here in the Balkans. We've taken as much land as we could, which is pretty nice. We are almost right up to our vassal limit though, unfortunately, so if possible we'd like to get rid of some vassals. We do have a count directly under us here who we could probably do something about. We could create this duchy. The Duke of Bulgaria. So since he holds that directly, I don't think we can do too much about that. We do kind of have a problem here since we cannot actually create a lot of the kingdoms in here as the Byzantine Empire. You can see that they have special creation conditions that you have to be not the Byzantine Empire, basically. So we won't be able to create vassal kingdoms over here. I think as soon as we get out of Anatolia, though, we will be able to recreate Antioch, for example. But that would only get rid of one vassal. We could also create Sicily if we wanted to, assuming we have the land, which we actually do. That would get rid of quite a few vassals over here, and especially if we granted it as a viceroyalty, it shouldn't prove to be too much of a problem. We would gain a powerful vassal, but if we were granting him the kingdom title every time, he'd pretty much always be happy with us. That probably won't be necessary just yet, though. I think we can hold off on doing anything like that for a while. We can quite easily change to medium centralization, which will give us an extra 10 points of vassal limit at the cost of one domain size. We're not even using our full domain size right now, so that's really no disadvantage to doing that. So yeah, we'll go down to medium centralization for now, and hold off on creating any large kingdom vassals for the moment. So our truces right now, unfortunately we do still have truces with I think everybody in Italy, including Apulia, which was our first war that we declared over here. That is up in 2 years though, so not too long to wait on that one. So we're down to medium centralization. We're at 50 of 61, which is just fine. And we have a truce with Hungary still, and Bosnia. We don't have a truce, I think, with you, is that right? That is right, okay. We could apparently press a claim for the holding in there. Alright, that's not really a good use of our time though, I think. If we were going to declare war on him, it would just be imperial reconquest of a whole duchy. I guess this one is 3 counties, this one down here is 3 counties too. Okay, so we can do that. We can also declare on Croatia, who no longer have their revolt going on. And I guess we could go for the Duchy of Dalmatia here, though it seems to be partially occupied in some other war, which could prove to be a problem. If it ends up with us not gaining the occupied holdings. Why don't we just go ahead and declare this war in Italy first and see if the Croatian war ends in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah, I guess we'll take this duchy, since this one has the same problem with occupied holdings. Okay, let's see if we have enough men over here in Italy to fight this war without having to transport anyone over. I'm going to imagine that we probably do not, so I guess we'll have to get the boats raised. Okay, we shouldn't be able, or we shouldn't have to actually raise all of our levies though. We can definitely get away with a fairly small subset, I think. maybe 10,000 or so. Already got you. Okay, 7,500 here. We probably have, yeah, 3,000 there, so that's just over 10,000. Which should be good enough. The weather in Nicomedia is extremely cold in this year. A cool summer is welcome, however. Poor people are dying at cold, and peasants begin to worry about their crops in autumn. Oh no. So we get some slightly reduced levies and stuff, that's fine. Not a big deal. Can invest in culture tech. So I think we'll go for Majesty, I guess? The army from Toronto is here. That seems to be their whole army, or at least I don't see any other troops. No, they supposedly have 3,000, so they have some more somewhere. We'll just advance on them from two sides here and destroy that. And we have our troops together over here, so we'll raise however many boats we need. Kind of have mixed feelings about the strait that was introduced here in the vanilla game. It's not in HIP. I would appreciate the convenience, but at the same time it's a very large strait. A little bit silly. The Bulgarians are rising against our rule, and war is inevitable unless we give in to their demands. Okay. So we could give them independence, which would result in us losing prestige and presumably Bulgaria, or go to war. Oh dear, okay. So apparently these two people are granted the Kingdom of Bulgaria. That doesn't seem right. I guess we'll see what happens, because we're going to war. Bulgarian uprising. Oh, okay. This looks less bad than I was expecting. Let's raise our personal levies here. Let's see, he's got 5,500, so we approximately have equal numbers now. We'll raise a few thousand more from over here. And we should be looking good against him. So it looks like whatever war Croatia was fighting is over. There's an independent county in here now, or actually this isn't independent, it's under Venice, I think, yes. So we'll have to go to war with Venice for that. That's fine though. Let's go ahead and merge this army together and march on our target. Meanwhile, the Bulgarian army is sieging in the mountains, which is unfortunate. We probably have the numbers to win that easily enough anyway, but maybe we'll just avoid fighting them and instead march on their single county and siege that instead. We are being pillaged, okay. And we can actually assault this. It's at fairly low garrison, so I think we'll do that. And we'll just stay here and siege the city, which should fall pretty quickly. Okay, our Duke is extremely happy now. And I forgot to ask him to convert while we were at peace, okay. Not too unexpected though, I suppose. We lost a commander at some point, so we need to appoint somebody else. This Duke will do just fine. We should move our Chancellor to work on somebody else though. Everyone is very happy. I guess this Bulgarian war counts as defending against foreigners, is that right? Yes, plus 50. Okay, so we're not going to really know who is unhappy with us unless they're really very unhappy. It seems like nobody is, so I think we're doing fine. We'll just leave our Chancellor doing what he's doing then. Okay, so 2 holdings in the county over here. We should be able to siege through those quickly enough. Our illegitimate son needs an education. Well, he may be illegitimate, but he still will give an opinion bonus to whoever we have educated him, but of course we, for the same reason, don't know who needs an opinion bonus. Let's give him to Thessalonica. So Taranto is down here sieging in Corfu, which is an interesting choice. This guy wants to duel his rival, we'll allow it. Which reminds me, we should maybe consider dueling some of our rivals at some point. We'll mention a church career. Oh wow, Bosnia seems to have inherited or otherwise gained Croatia there. Probably just make Croatia the primary title again, yeah. Okay, that's not actually good for us, since that means we have to fight more wars against the same target and wait for more truces. But hey, maybe maybe the reverse will happen again and Bosnia will split off. They are under Gavelkind, so definitely could happen. They are in line to go to different people. I wonder if we were to start plotting, what kind of chance of success we'd have. Very unlikely to get to 100 it looks like, so we'll just cancel. King Carlo here is 51. No health penalties it looks like. A claim on my empire. I don't like that. The sword in my hand seems heavier and heavier every year, so we're now only a novice fighter. I suppose we are getting on in years ourselves. We can take the ambition to become a trained fighter. I guess we may as well. We lost a duke and a commander. Okay, so we won the siege here, and we have the option to capture the king himself. We'll just take the king. We can enforce our demands here. So this guy now is directly under us. What is going on here? Peristrion still exists and is held by this guy, so he's just supposed to have this count underneath him. I assume he wants that. So we'll give it to him. while we have our army raised, let's go and deal with this little party of raiders. We have an independence faction under our Count of Napoli. Okay, this Duke is again very happy. Apulia has been called in. Okay, so that's actually a reasonably sized army over here. We have one another siege though. Almost have our whole duchy sieged. Yeah, this county has quite a few holdings, so it'll take us a while to get through those. Okay, I guess we actually caught those raiders. I'll remember this battle in finest detail until the end of my days. The Lord guided my sword into the hearts of a countless number of my foes, raising cheers and battle cries from my surrounding men as I cut a path through the enemy. My mastery of personal combat has come a long way. Apparently I'm not the only one to think so. So we're now back up to being a trained fighter. Okay. Sounds good. Gained some prestige, I guess. But we can't take the ambition to improve our training further. So I guess we'll just have to choose to convert a province. Which I assume we are doing. We had a heresy over here, which apparently has been dealt with. So we'll move our guy over to Sicily. Okay, Taranto has moved his army into the county there, which I don't like. We're going to have to probably go and attack him in the mountains. And if we're going to do that, we should do it right now before Apulia arrives. Hopefully he'll be too far away to reinforce at this point. Even if he does, we should win the battle. Yeah, he's not even coming now, okay. He's just turned tail and left, right. Even in your sleep, in your dreams, you think about this war, it's all you ever think of, so we're going to possibly become stressed. We didn't. Okay, so Apulia and Taranto are both heading into... No, they're heading to different counties, actually. Apulia is heading over here, that's fine, we'll just change Taranto's mind about coming over here. Okay, we'll head into the other county and resume sieging. After years of careful planning, this person has raised a large army of exiles, etc. He's off to press his claim on... Oh, this place again, okay. That guy's getting a lot of bad luck with host invasions. Is the previous one still going on? Apparently not. Okay, Apulia has just transported his army over to Corfu. We had a second illegitimate son with our paramour. Okay. We'll acknowledge him as well. So Taranto has gotten another army together and is sieging back one of my holdings. I think we'll, at this point, finish our siege first and then probably just attack him again in the mountains. Meanwhile, I'll let Apulia wander around over here as much as he wants to. This guy is off to press his claim by force as well. This is the Targil Duchy over here. Okay, Sounds fine. Good luck with that. And you have converted a subject. Good. Okay, well, we are out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.